Welcome back to the Marketing 101 for Small Business Owners podcast. I'm your host, Philippa Channer, and I'm delighted to have you here for another episode. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated on our weekly insights. We do marketing strategy, business strategy here, and I know you're going to elevate your business with what you learn. Today, we're going to be delving into a critical aspect of brand success. That's the strategies for consistency and recognition. In the ever-evolving landscape of business, maintaining a consistent brand image is key to recognition. Today, we're going to explore the strategies that can elevate your brand's consistency and contribute to lasting recognition within the community. Whether you're a startup or an established business, these insights are going to help you build a strong and recognizable brand. So let's jump into strategies and brand consistency and recognition. The first thing we want to talk about is the importance of brand consistency. You want to have consistency across all of the touch points your customers have. Maintaining consistency across various touch points is like creating a seamless journey for your audience. When they visit your website, engage with your social media, or step into your physical space, the experience should feel cohesive. This consistency builds a sense of relatability, sense of trust, and makes your brand more memorable. So see if you can show up consistently across all the platforms. And this is going to be both visual with the messaging you have, the services you offer. Try to be as consistent as possible. Next, cohesive visual identity. Your visual identity is the visual language of your brand. Consistent use of your color schemes, your fonts, and design elements across your brand's materials creates a unified and instantaneously recognizable look. So think of it as your visual signature that distinguishes your brand from others in the marketplace. Now, that doesn't mean that at some point you can't rebrand and enhance your brand identity, but you want to do so very carefully, especially if you have a very established brand. You want to do something, any changes you want to make them subtle. So if you're going to completely do a new logo, I might suggest just changing the colors first and then changing the fonts, kind of like doing it in stages. That way it's not a whole like, who is this? Unrecognizable, especially when it comes to social feeds. Your audience may completely just skim over it because they don't recognize it and didn't realize it was the brand that they know, like, and trust because it looks different. Then you want to think about your voice and messaging. Imagine your brand as a person. Your voice is how you speak and your messaging is what you say. So consistency in both creates a familiar and authentic brand personality. Whether communicating through your marketing materials or interacting with customers, maintaining a consistent voice builds a connection with your audience. So you want to find your voice and have that consistent messaging. Another thing we want to consider is strategy for lasting brand recognition. Making sure that people recognize it on an ongoing basis and it's not just a temporary thing. So you want to consider storytelling for recognition. Storytelling goes beyond just narrative facts. It's about creating emotional connections. We really delved into this last week. So check out that episode 114, if you haven't yet. When you tell a compelling story about your brand, it's going to resonate with your audience on a much deeper level, a much more authentic level if it's a true and genuine story. This emotional connection makes your brand more memorable and fostering recognition and loyalty, again, trust, all these things you want your audience to have with your brand each and every time. The next thing for lasting brand recognition is omnichannel presence. In the digital age, being present across multiple channels is key. Your audience may discover your brand through various platforms. We're talking about social media, your website, emails they get, or even in-person events. An omni-channel presence ensures that wherever your audience encounters your brand, the experience is going to be consistent, reinforcing that recognition. And so you do need to think more beyond just your business cards, more beyond just your website. Incorporate those social media, incorporate those in-person encounters and how you show up. You want to create that omni-channel presence to help really reinforce this recognition every time. Now we're going to talk about some innovative recognition tactics that you can employ. So standing out, it does require some creativity. Innovative tactics such as unique marketing campaigns or memorable brand activations create a lasting impression. So think of these tactics as special touches that make your brand unforgettable, contributing to its recognition in a crowded market space. So think of different things that you can do, and you can partner with different chambers and different organizations to host events that help you stand out. You can be a sponsor of different events, so your logo's everywhere, have an opportunity to talk in front of people. Those are going to create different touch points that help connect with people on a deeper level. The third thing we want to talk about today is maintaining consistency across growth. That's strategies for evolving brands. You want your brand to grow, and you need to have a strategy in place to help keep up with that growth. So first, we want to think about adaptability without compromise. As your business evolves, so may your products, your service, or your target audience. It is crucial to adapt without losing the essence of your brand. This is so true and resonates with me so much because when I started my business over 4 years ago, I was a social media manager. That was my focus, and that was my audience, and that was what I was going after. And now I'm the furthest thing from that. I've evolved. I'm focusing on strategy. So I was very concerned about my messaging and about my brand and my brand identity. Because if you think of that change from doing something as social media management is much more hands-on service. I'm on people's accounts doing things. And now, complete opposite, I'm more strategy, hands off of accounts. I'm not really getting on people's accounts. I'm not creating content for them. And so to take my audience through that journey of this flip, I had to be very careful about how I said that message and how I did that. So again, going back to the point, as your business evolves, so may your product or service or your target audience. My services evolved a lot. So it was crucial for me to adapt without losing the essence of my brand. This involves, carefully integrating changes while ensuring that the core element of your brand and how you define your brand, its values, its personality, its visual identity remain consistent. So that's one thing that was consistent across my journey, was who my audience was nonprofits, female entrepreneurs, really wanting to help elevate them. What changed was how I was helping them and what I thought was actually creating some progress in terms of helping them reach their goals. What I was doing with social media management wasn't helping them reach their goals. The strategic services I'm offering now by far is helping them understand and reach their goals on a much deeper level. So I was able to navigate that change and adapt without compromising who the brand really was and what our values were. And that was important. Another aspect of maintaining consistency across a growth is employee advocacy. Your team is a reflection of your brand. So if you are fortunate enough to have some staff and some employees there to help you, they are very important, very valuable. I don't need to tell you how important and valuable they are. And so in educating and empowering your employees to embody your brand values ensures consistency in your customers' interactions. So when employees understand and advocate for the brand, it contributes to a unified brand experience, even as your business grows. So we've seen it where people on LinkedIn will go on and rave and rant about the company that they work for and how much they enjoy the experience. That helps them look as okay, I want an employee like that on my team. That's an awesome way to engage, but it also obviously elevates the brand and puts the brand in a good light, saying, okay, if this employee really talks up their experience with this company so much, that means this brand knows what they're doing. They're really treating their employees well. And so employee advocacy is really important. And then feedback and iterations. Brand consistency is an ongoing journey. So customer feedback, data-driven insights are valuable to help guide us through this process. Regularly checking and collecting feedback allows you to iterate your brand strategy, making improvements while staying true to the core elements that make your brand unique. That is so important. It helps with customer service. It helps with the quality assurance. And again, it also helps, your own brand identity. If you find that you're getting feedback that customers are not getting the answers that they want, that is a core value to who you say you want to help customers through this problem, and you're hearing feedback that this problem isn't being resolved, that's a huge brand identity gap that you need to work on and fix. Okay, what do you need to change to get back in alignment with your true values and how you're offering the services or the product that you have? As we wrap up our exploration into strategies for brand consistency and recognition, let's just recap some of the takeaways we went through today. Consistency is not just a checkbox, it's an ongoing commitment that forms the backbone and brand recognition. From visual elements to storytelling and adaptability, every strategy contributes to a strong and memorable brand. As we close today's episode, remember that brand consistency is a journey and not a destination. You need to embrace these strategies, iterate where needed, and watch your brand become synonymous with trust and recognition. The impact on your business will be transformative. Before we go, make sure that you're subscribed to our channel. We've got more insights and strategies coming your way in future episodes, and you don't want to miss out on the latest marketing wisdom. And if you're ready to take your brand to new heights through consistency and recognition, I'm offering a free consultation session. Check out the link in the description to schedule your session. Let's craft strategies tailored to your business and help you connect with your audience on a deeper level. Until then, this is Philippa Channer signing off. Please stay inspired, stay creative, and I will catch you in the next episode.